Hey everyone, I'm back with another woodworking tool review, and today we're talking about something that used to frustrate me every time I set up for a project. You know those cheap lathes that either scream like a banshee or stall out the second you touch the wood? Yeah, I've been there, watching my spindle speed drop when I actually needed control. So when I heard about the Jet 18 inches by 40 inches EVS Variable Speed woodworking lathe, I had to give it a real-world test. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the thing that really sold me was the variable speed. Not just a couple of fixed settings, this one goes from 60 to 3,600 revolutions per minute. That means whether I'm turning a delicate pen blank or hogging out a bowl, I can dial in exactly the right speed without having to swap pulleys or guess. I've used cheaper lathes where the motor would overheat if I pushed it past 2,000 revolutions per minute, but the Jet EVS just hums along smoothly. I ran it for a solid hour at 3,000 revolutions per minute with a bowl gouge and didn't feel a single vibration through the tool rest. That kind of consistency makes a huge difference when you're trying to get clean, repeatable cuts. Then there's the reversible turn feature. I'll admit, I didn't think I'd use it much at first, but after trying it out, I'm hooked. When I'm sanding or polishing the backside of a bowl, I can just flip the switch and reverse the rotation instead of wrestling with the piece or repositioning the whole lathe. It saved me about 10 minutes per bowl on my last project, and that time adds up fast. Plus, it's a nice safety bonus, no more reaching across a spinning chunk of wood just to flip it over. The quill lock has also been a game changer for me. On older lathes, the quill would sometimes slip mid-project, throwing off my measurements or even gouging the wood. The improved quill lock on this model feels rock solid. I can extend the quill for deep hollowing, lock it in place, and not worry about it budging. I've done several hollow forms now, and the depth stays consistent every time. That kind of reliability is worth its weight in walnut. Safety-wise, Jet added a few thoughtful touches. The improved banjo has a wider tool rest that locks down tighter, so there's no wobble when you're taking heavy cuts. I also like the extended spindle, it gives me more room to mount larger blanks without having to center them perfectly right away. And the controls are all within easy reach, so I'm not leaning over the lathe to adjust speed or reverse direction. It might seem small, but after a long day in the shop, those little ergonomic wins really matter. Ease of use is another area where this lathe shines. The digital readout is clear, and the speed adjustments are smooth, no jerky starts or sudden drops in power. I've lent this lathe to a couple of friends who've never used a variable speed model before, and they picked it up in minutes. That says a lot about the intuitive design. Now, I'll be honest, this isn't the cheapest lathe out there. If you're just starting out or only turning small projects, you might be fine with a budget model. But if you're serious about wood turning and want something that will grow with you, the Jet EVS is worth the investment. It's built like a tank, runs quietly, and gives you the kind of control that makes a real difference in your work. The only real downside I've noticed is the weight. At around 250 pounds, this isn't something you're going to move around your shop often. But honestly, once it's in place, you probably won't want to move it anyway. The other thing is the price tag, but as I said, you get what you pay for. If you're in the market for a reliable, high-performance lathe that won't hold you back, the Jet 18 inches by 40 inches EVS is a solid choice. I've put it through its paces, and it's earned a spot in my shop. You can find the full details in the link below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.